Hi, we are back and we are ready for the last two matches of the evening. Once again, it is going to be Rogue versus, I honestly, like, where our apartment is in Santa Monica, right? Yesterday evening, we had not one, but two car alarms going off at separate times at like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. So I am wrecked. That's why I'm a bit all over the place today, because I just haven't had the sleep, man. I feel annihilated.
I got wrecked as well.
Because
Because
that,
it was
and you
really,
guys are casting for whatever 6 days straight.
it was really bad. So we have Optic versus Renegades, Overpass and Train. It's going to be Overpass first. I don't think we've spoken about Renegades much. I mean, Optic, obviously our new team, blah blah blah. But Renegades, I don't feel like we've given them enough love in the previous days and weeks. Rogue. I'm reading my own bloody notes wrong, aren't I?
I was confused about Renegades.
It's because I wrote OGRG, that's why. Excuse me. Sincere apologies. Anyway, Rogue.
OGRG.
Someone asked me on my stream yesterday, what happened to Hiko?
What happened to Hiko?
Yeah.
I mean, technically, he's hadn't like had good stats for like a long time. Like, it's just that he had played at such a high level, like even internationally when he was on Cloud9, like super high level, was very good, and I think that even me, like, I always thought of players like at their highest level. So after a while, you know, he has a lot of fans too because he streamed and everything like that as a whole like Shroud effect or whatever. But he was definitely a very, very good player. But that held him up for a long time, even while he just didn't have the performances to back it up for 2 years. So I don't know. I think he has a better team than he's had in a long time, and I think he's motivated to get back to where he was. I personally think he can, but I don't know.
I think Optic will. I think Optic are a bit too much for Rogue, but we'll see how it works out. We didn't really get into any predictions or anything like that, but I feel like this will be a very good couple maps for Optic. But we'll see. We're starting off with Overpass T side for them, and Rogue are going to be trying to defend this B bomb side here. And Sick, very, very good player, very skilled. Already starts off with a kill. Gator around the corner gets himself 3.
Oh, days.
One after another, and everyone's dead. And Shazam, he's got to get himself in there and out of there.
Now it's down to the European import, Cadian from Denmark. I forget the city he's from. Denmark.
Copenhagen?
Or the no.
Aarhus?
No, he's from one of these smaller well, he flies from one of the smaller airports, but
Aarhus? I think that's
No.
an airport you can fly to.
No.
Okay.
That's not where he's from. Anyway, Optic get off to a good start. On the T side, let's see what Rogue choose to do. Cadian will be going for the scouts, so it is a full force buy from the entire team. I've watched Cadian play a number of officials from our offices in London in the past. Keen sniper player. So again, it's always interesting to see the decisions of the CTs and if they choose to offer to force buy with them or save for the eco. And now we'll have to see if Optic can deal with this aggression from the CT side, because nobody's checking the playground area and Sick is coming out from there. He's still got bullets, massive damage done by Sick, and maybe his team can capitalize on it. Hiko finishes off the job, leaving Stanislav as the last man standing.
Yeah, pretty sloppy rounds, I would say, from Optic. But we'll see if Stanislav can save the day.
Oh, that's again.
That's his name. That's what his name is.
Stanislav.
I need to hear it from him.
Stanislav.
Stanislav. It's like Tariq. His name is Tariq.
But you say Tarek.
I say Tariq if I...
No, you don't say Tariq ever.
I said it like at least twice yesterday.
You should not.
I said it at least twice. Cadian. Ooh.
He's surfing. Oh no.
Oh
you can even get a knife there.
Oh,
There
it's
you go.
actually a 1v1 now. Wow, this is serious.
Oh no. Jeremy Beadle is on the phone.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Stanislav so weak. Hiko. Oh!
Ah!
Please get out of there. That is scary.
Is he going to reload? He doesn't need to, but
Does not need to, yeah.
he doesn't know.
He's going all the way around. Hiko's going to hold, isn't he? He's doing 10-second hold.
Oh, yeah. No,
Guaranteed.
Stan will peek. Stan will peek.
Ooh.
He'll peek.
Stan.
Oh,
yeah. He's Stan
boy.
smart. He'll do it.
Rain Man.
That is so close. Do you think he's counting?
Yeah, he's counting.
Because
I don't think you're actively counting your head, but you totally understand like what the difference is between 5 and 10 seconds is.
Or because you can say like, oh, it's 43 on the clock, and be like, okay, I know he doesn't have a kit.
Yeah.
I'm going to check for 43, for
Yeah,
example.
maybe he did. I personally just trust myself to. You've just done it so many times, you know. Like.
Yeah, yeah. Let's have a feel for it. I like numbers. They don't like me though. So Optic saved that, but that was very sloppy. They sort of just tried to fight 1v1. It was 1v1s. They were giving the CTs just 1v1s, so not ideal. Ooh, Config needs to get out of here. Okay, he's seen all the info. Now they can just get the bomb. Oh, well, I guess I can kill everyone. Let's kill everyone. Let's do that.
Sick. The only one left. Nice shot to the face, but a P250 is not what it used to be.
Can you not one shot with the P250 at all anymore?
No.
Oh.
James Harris. No.
Okay.
Why so outraged, James?
You must know that. You must know that. It's a significant change, Launders.
Yeah, it is.
It affected the CZ as well, right? It's the same bullet, I think. Right.
I don't think they're the same bullets anymore.
Oh, they changed that?
Yeah.
Can't just change the bullet.
I believe the CZ armor penetration was taken down versus the P250. I think it was a bug in the first place, but now it's been sorted out. And they shared the same bullets.
Optic really like going connector, it seems, and so far they've had a lot of trade situations. 3v3 though, that works really well for them, and it can be pretty strong actually if you know you have a CT side that does like it, and you can prove that for a couple of rounds that you can create awful situations for them there, or awkward setups, and then remove that option from them in future rounds. But what is the plan now for Optic? They have a minute left to go wherever the hell they want, and Rogue aren't really pushing anything. They're just holding their ground. I like the position of Vice actually, because he's got an off angle where he could catch someone if they came up A long, whereas at the same time if A is given away, or if someone's running anywhere near him, he can hear that and get the info. And also if they try to play post plant, that he'll likely get a 1v1 on A. So it's kind of a cool spot from that perspective. But he's deciding to push now with 35 seconds to go. Looking to see if he can get some info as to where Optic Gaming want to take that bomb. It will be B.
To here, back pit. They'll kill anyone that comes to them, but
can't leave it there. It's a cliffhanger.
Yeah. There we go.
Shut it down.
So yeah, it's anyone that comes to them. But if you're back pit, you're almost retake. Like if someone tries to push past it, which is totally likely, then you might get that kill and continue peeking. But the bomb can go down. You know, there's not really a lot you can do. But it's not a bad setup. That was fun.
Rogue on the half buy. The buy between the buys, you will see more Kevlar than you would otherwise see here. So how far can they get with it? They were close in the previous rounds. And who knows what the current situation would be if Cadian had landed those shots towards Monster. We will never know.
Yeah,
well,
that was a massive spot.
Yeah.
That was actually so insane.
I feel like there's a part of him that was like, honestly, maybe I just wait this out because he's not going to clear this ever. But then he's also like, I should be able to kill them. But, and then again, I'm shooting him in the back of the head. Maybe he won't.
That's the thing too. Like the knife is so available there. Like he slides it into him. Like if he had a knife. I mean,
it's really hard because it wouldn't look like you're doing the best play. It would look like you're doing the DM thing.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like the USP. That's like one of the reasons why the USP is so unreliable. But because when they're back at space to you, getting a dink is hard in the first place. If you miss that first dink, you're going to die.
You're going to
die.
Kevlar.
So then if you do the risk analysis there, oh, GMT, maybe you can offer up a chance with that deagle. No, not quite. Hiko though, sees Ev on the side of the smoke, gets some damage, but now he's spotted, and soon to be spotted, I'm sure. So I was talking to Jordan about this when he was in, about these situations which very commonly happen when you're on the flank and you know that you're going to win the round. And there's a really interesting spot where some players they feel lots of pressure in those spots.
Oh yeah.
Instead of just doing what they can do on deathmatch or any other situation. Now suddenly this situation is different, and they make a mistake, and that could have been similar there potentially.
That's why some players that move around a lot are much better when they're constantly moving around, because they're always distracted and they're not thinking about as much the circumstances, just constantly refocusing on the new angle, on the new angle, on the new fight.
Redemption from Cadian though. A triple, a trio of kills. And he didn't expect that to be more, it would seem, and that'll be his downfall, but he's done enough.
That was dirty.
Or has he?
I think so. You'd hope. One would hope.
You'd hope so, yeah. How do they get themselves out of this? There is one player in isolation. GMD's not really in a position where he can rotate, and I can't imagine Stanislaw will go on the low ground and check the high ground here. Starting to move now, and there might be...
Oh boy.
Maybe there's one more kill in this.
Uh-oh.
For GMD.
This is so weird.
So the bomb is moving forwards. GMD does not have eyes on connector, which means that Vice has to be aware, and this is the position he is holding. Ooh, does this turn Stanislaw around? 44 seconds. Everybody is static except for KGB. Stanislaw pops out carrying the bomb, and now things start to kick off. GMD making some footsteps, but KGB doesn't have the health to fight.
Yeah, Stan knows he gets a free plant because there was those two at A, watching stairs and forward A.
This is a winnable clutch as well. It's very tough, but if you get those first couple clean kills off the surprise element, then that's how you do it. And he's going to have that set up for himself.
Yeah, this is actually really good. It's planted for himself too. They are not looking for it.
Oh, but he's running. Did they hear that? Oh, he doesn't realize. This could be very risky, but he's got. Oh, he's got it! There's one more player to go though. That bomb is ticking very quickly. The pressure's on to actually go for the defuse here. Stan getting a better angle. Oh, heartbreak as he misses that one. He did such good work. Again, let's not forget it went to a 2v5, 2v4.
I think the second flashbang needed to get his gun back out, but how could he know? What a valiant attempt by Stanislaw, and that shows you that Rogue might be in a lot of trouble in this game. I mean, that was a 2 versus 5 situation, goes down to the 1 versus 1. It's pretty crazy stuff, but maybe now they can stabilize. They've got some weapons in the bag.
Because of the smoke, he didn't need a flash. He could have just focused on shooting, considering the time and the smoke was there.
I think he was trying to blind the player, trying to get to the bomb in the first place.
Yeah, but that's not priority, because he could just hide if he gets shot or something like that. Instead, that can happen.
But if he gets to the smoke, there's no guarantee he'll shoot him through the smoke.
Yeah, but that's the only way he kills him.
How do you mean? Well, if he can't see the bomb, he can't defuse the bomb.
What?
He was trying to flash Hiko before Hiko got to the bomb to defuse it.
Yeah. Yeah, but then he can lose like that, like he just did.
He could lose either way. I mean.
Yeah, but he had a better chance. He has a better chance to just shoot where he killed the guy last time.
Yeah, if he stands in the same place, but how does he find the same place if he goes back? I don't think it's a simple decision, man.
Rememberize? I think he just didn't need to throw flashes.
I think just kill him. Just kill him. Shoot
Yeah.
him. Shoot him dead.
I think you're right, Dan.
Just kill him.
I think Dan's right.
Okay, fuck. Oh, Dan could be right.
Bloody hell, you're a bit excited, aren't you?
Okay, that is not a good sign. Gay just walks in and just takes Hiko down sick though. Again, very mechanically skilled player, quite the talent. He's going to be put to his work though, and he can't do too much. Vice gets one on the way in, but Config gets one on the way out. That is a problem. 3v2 and the 3v1. Right now, Optic are just outskilling Rogue very hard, and this is a big problem. As you said, like that previous round, that had no business going down to a 1v1. And had it been, perhaps, let's say 3 players surviving or something similar, they'd be okay to lose this round, but that is not the case now.
Symptoms of destruction.
Destruction.
Destruction. This
is definitely an interesting map to see Stanislaw and his sort of calling style as well, I would say, because I think this map is like being sort of the one-man show when it comes to IGLing. There's a lot of stuff going on Overpass. There's a lot of really big spaces. It's just I think sometimes quite hard to have all the information that you would want to make. Like it's a map which really does empower, like having secondary callers and so on within the team on the T side, I think.
I think right now, Optic's Overpass is actually quite good. It was in spots that was like somewhat messy, like they've had to make some recoveries to get to where they are now in this game, but you know, like NRG's Overpass is amazing. They have got like tons of CT setups, and there's so much you can do on CT side. So yeah, there's a lot of room there, I think. Let's talk about stuff. I mean, I'm could also chime in for some of like a lot of the CT stuff in terms of adding variation. Can never get too creative on this map.
Yes, that is for sure. That's why we love it. It's perhaps one of the best maps.
Free fire from Config.
Yeah, hit him.
Imagine if he had shot him in the face.
Be disgusting, wouldn't it?
That would have just been depressing for Rogue at this point.
Doldrums everywhere.
Cadian is, he's got the world on his shoulders right now. With the AWP, rotating his position. Insta-trade by Gade, but there are 2 weapons down. They can dispose of them. As you can see, Cajun B moving some weapons around, but ultimately they are at a disadvantage now, Optic.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to recover, but we've seen him do it before. With less against more, I think. Anyway, Stan has a great position in the sewers. He might catch a good timing on FACEIT. Yes, that's a very good timing. Someone will open the door and he spins around. Beautiful spray, especially a very slow drag across the mouse pad there to find that. And this Cajun B will plant, but he might be in trouble here. Hiko's fast approaching. Hiko knows to go for the planter straight away. That's a good call. Now it's down to Gade. 30 seconds to go. He's going to go for the bait. And he knows Cadian's there, but Cadian will hit the shot. And Rogue down to 2 players.
Gade did not cover his teammate properly there.
Yeah.
He just didn't, like, he played for himself when his teammate was planting. He was totally screwed. Gade needed to peek and hold it and take that fight, even if that fight would have been better. Yeah, even if the fight would have been better to, like, peek and unpeek, he, like, allowed the opportunity for Hiko to cross.
Yep, absolutely.
Go play for your team.
6-2, and perhaps they can stabilize now the Rogue side. See some shortcomings from Optic with the CZ onto Config. A slow start once again from Optic. We've got players around the playground position. They have some smokes though. They can smoke the snipers off the usual areas around A. They've had a warning shot already. There's one from Shazam as well. Trying to stop. Ooh! Oh, Stanislaw, he deserved it. I like the bait there. Shazam fires the shot. Don't peek this. I have an AWP. And his teammate walks in to try to get an opening.
They be creeping, crawling. Looking to find an opening. GMD. The MP very good actually in the bathrooms area just due to the ranges. Guess the Dink can't get the finish. Shazam with a very good peek. He's fast. And the rotation comes towards A actually. 2 players to reinforce that bomb site. Sick. And Sick is one of the reasons for that. He's in a forward position towards the door area, which allows him to get a good warning to his teammates who are currently stacking A. And he's got an inkling. He's heard the sound. He gets the kill. Another one from Sick. Again, excellent rifling from him. Although now a 3v3 for Optic. 20 seconds to plant the bomb. They are so committed. And the flank is on as well from A.
Can they get a bomb down though? 15 seconds to do it. Doing it in the smoke. Will there be a spray? There'll be grenades for sure. She's down to 17 HP. Stanislaw trying to go massive. Only good for the 1 kill though.
Oh.
Pre-fire from Rico. Really nice, but no kill from that. No grenades now for the CT side. 1 play short. Shazam making some sound. Are they ready for Gade's position? Five seems to be looking for it. Gade, he was a bit slow there on the trigger finger. That leaves Shazam in a very awkward position. I wonder what he was looking at.
Yeah, that's weird.
He can't be looking at the middle of his screen because it took quite a while. It's really unusual.
Yeah, it might have been minimap for some reason. I don't know. That was a strange one. That was strange. If Stanislaw had an extra, like, 20 seconds, they could have really waited for him to get the first kill before they go into the site, and that could have caused a lot more chaos. But instead, they kind of had to speed it up. Hope he gets a 1 kill as they planned. They're still fortunate enough to get the bomb down, but now they lose and have to save.
So a comeback here from Rogue so far. This would do well for them. Build some money unless something untoward happens. Something unbecoming. GMD with some information. GMD with a frag. Cadian covering the other angle on the left side. And Optic can't really make their way forward at the moment. Eagles, no Kevlar. Looking to try to get themselves those headshots. Gay's going to find one. That's the AWP gone. Erase, delete it.
GMD has multiple jobs to do. Avoid the grenades, avoid getting traded. Try to protect the weapons as well. But he's got teammates in tow. Down to Cajun B. 2 players taken out by Rogue in somewhat disgusting fashion. That first one most certainly.
Disgusting.
You remember Surf on NRG when we were casting with Dazed actually? He was talking about how he had like consistent ways to like play with his AWP and fall back, like it's safely that he could do on land versus like top teams. Like there was a risk there that Cadian re-peeked with his pistol after he shot his AWP and then got 1D'd, right? And Cirque wouldn't have. Cirque would have, you know, gone right back to the truck on his like 6-angle route back to A.
Right, yeah,
He just wouldn't have taken that small risk. It was like Ace on Banana, like on that last map, re-peeking over the wall. Cirque wouldn't have done that. That those very small things could get you killed.
That's the thing with a player like Cirque. It's very easy to look at him and be like, oh, this guy's just like a simple, you know.
Simple, yeah.
He's just like simple. He's just a young kid, got loads of skill. And maybe people felt that way about Rops when he was coming up. But then you look at their play in more detail and you start to see.
Like, wow, he's like a very mature player.
You can't. I think it's very difficult to rise up the ranks that quickly to the positions that they have both done, without there being a lot more going on than just. That's the way you find consistency.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh,
whoa.
Cajun, that's a great entry there. And they're going to hunt down the next player, go for the sandwich play on Vice. Vice was trying to take the initiative. He knew he didn't have much time. And now the 5v3 for Optic, looking to take all the toys away from Rogue.
Rogue should have identified there was a pop flash for a player to open the connector door, but with 45 seconds left, we start to see GMD rotating towards the B bomb site. Cadian's got to make a play here. He's got to go for the flank, and in fact, Optic are selling and fake. They're all going towards A for the most part. Now the charge is on Cadian, trying to delay things. Teammate will get flashed as well, but he's in position. Catches GMD off guard. Config to trade. 20 seconds left, and Cadian is defending the site now. Bomb's been collected again by Shazam, and is he going to walk through the smoke? Oh, this could be awkward. He's hunting for Cadian. What a snap by Cadian. He's got the bomb as well. 12 seconds. Stanislaw running onto the site. Surely he cannot do this.
Stan has a really slow sense, doesn't he? It seems.
Yeah, probably. But sense doesn't like people have low sense, but you can still be fast.
Oh yeah, yeah. But I just really noticing it because he's generally quite slow on like the reaction snaps.
Yeah.
And he does well with them, but it's just a kind of...
It's a long swipe.
Yeah, it's like a slow swipe.
Definitely, definitely.
So... Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Wasn't as good as I thought it would be, but that's okay. Doesn't really matter. They will all be lambs to the slaughter regardless. Some damage done. Stan's going to get a bomb down. That's not bad. No. 2 kills, a bomb plant. Better. Hashtag better than expected.
Oh, they let him go.
Hashtag 1v3 clutch.
Whereas the third player, it is GMD. They're just waiting for GMD to find the information here.
What the?
Oh! Oh, not again!
Oh, he's off it. The other guy, where is he?
He's got 5 bullets. Oh, he's still on the high ground. Maybe rotating to the low.
Oh my God.
Stanislaw is a problem.
If he had, like, he actually set in motion the clutch there. Like,
yeah,
it's actually happening. It's actually. Oh wow! If he pulled it off, that would have been top of Reddit, I think.
I don't even know how. Yeah. Especially if his name was Shroud.
Yeah.
Then he'd be flying.
Then he'd be on top of
Both
the front
bullish.
page.
But yeah, that was sick. That was a good play. I don't know if he was like super sure that he did the damage through the smoke. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe you can see the flood or something. But he was close.
Rogue already enjoying these fast fountain plays. He's going for this quite often. This time it's not going to go too well for them. Perhaps Optic a little bit more prepared than they have been in past rounds, where they have been caught off guard by that. In the meanwhile, Stan is going to make the run towards the B-bomb site and find that it is completely open, and that's a smart play. you see a big aggression on the A side of the map, something's got to be open. And the B bomb site is the most likely thing, of course. So bomb down for them, 4v2.
Bomb has been planted.
Where's the money for Rogue? We wonder. Not in a very good position, so they'll have to turn tail, or rather just stay where they are. Hold position. Maybe expected to be further away. They've got a tight angle, so heading here maybe A-okay. Close score so far. 6-6.
What the H key does in StarCraft, James. Hold position.
No.
You didn't even let him guess. Damn.
I don't know anything does in StarCraft.
Wait,
I don't even know what number 1 does.
why did you bring it up?
Oh, because he said they're going to hold position.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. Relevant.
Hold position lurkers. Let's go.
Yeah. Wait for the Marines to run over.
Yeah. There's so many weird this is not a StarCraft stream. The AWP back in the hands of KD. He's been doing a pretty good job. He's been doing a pretty good job so far with it. That said, it is a really, really big couple rounds left now. The last couple rounds, and both teams. Oh, that is a beautiful drag straight into Config's face. GMD. Oh, could have been more, but it's about the setup, and Vice will get the frag. It's a team play. It's the setups. Oh god, he's in the open. Oh my god.
Whoa.
He still gets a kill out of it. That's impressive. Now Katie's looking for the next one. He's going to be able to get that one as well. Okay. This is
Cadian's bubbling, man. He's in there.
They're all hitting shots like crazy.
Stan 16-6 on the 1v3 again. He's got so much time.
16-6. Whoa. Who's this boy?
Bomb must be collected. I would presume Stanislaus or the guy carrying it at the very least. Slow flank from Hiko. Sick will just keep control of connector, and they can assume it's going to be A until they see otherwise. Now there's all the information. Full rotation, s'il vous plaît. Cut off the toilet spawn plant, although Stanislaus looking for more. Seeker's trying to bait some players.
He tried to get shot.
He's got his skates on. 27 seconds, and he's got time to fight. Stanislaus, so smart. Full spray, not going to be good enough though.
I actually love what he did there.
Yeah.
Because I really, like, you can see that he, okay, it's not only about sort of checking for someone, but I think he's really thinking about, can I find a way to juke the guy to get into the B-bomb site whilst their entire team is rotating towards the A site? Because he knows that he can try to get a bomb down, but he's never winning the clutch unless he does something more. So, Captain Can't Frag has just won 1,000 FACEIT points.
One day, man.
Captain Can't Frag, I like it.
I'm not down with the self-fulfilling prophecy names.
That's a nice pop flash as well off the back wall of Party, so the teammates can face at the same time. Don't often see that one. Optic Gaming moving very, very fast indeed. The Molotov's not fast enough, Cadian, unfortunately. But GMD will only get one frag as well. Vice rotating towards the Optimus position, but he's not holding the angle, waiting for a flash from his teammate. Spots the elbow of one player, but there's much more work to do.
So much damage. Vice getting in there with that M4 on the defense. 2v2 again. We have so many early rounds. 2vx, 3vx situations here. And Stan's going to find his way onto the B-bomb site. Getting himself a forward frag onto Vice on the rotation. And Cajun going for the heaven smoke. That smoke is going to make life impossible for Hiko. This is a very difficult clutch if they take good positions post-plant. It's hard to expect Hiko to be able to do much here. He's just waiting for a push. But a push there will not be.
It is the last round. 2v1. Cajun B with the AWP. He is back to the rifle for the most part, but still a dab hand when necessary, it seems, for a one-round lead for Optic.
The round was kind of a grinder. It was a good attempt. I mean, there were so many rounds there that was like super close. Like the Stanislaus clutches, where this could have been a much more lopsided half.
Why are you guys laughing? What's going on?
Nothing.
So
just looked at your face.
My face.
Yeah.
Well, that's not very nice.
Oh my god.
Well, what's wrong, James?
Didn't know you had it in you, Londers.
Oh, right.
Hiko with a flash and a smoke grenade. Everyone else on the server with Kevlar. Oh, he's got a P250 as well, Hiko. He's got a P250, 2 P2000s on Shazam and Gate. We've had a lot of discussion about CT pistols of late. Vice waiting for an overextension, and Cajun Beads asking questions of the monster area, but manages to get away with it. Ooh, headshot from range, and GMD finishes config off as well.
All things get a little bit quiet, except the blooming train.
That is insanely loud. The stream
Yeah.
does not do it justice. It's
Yeah.
really loud.
And here comes the push into the B sites. Overwhelming odds, overwhelming numbers. Oh, not quite getting the frag onto Hiko there, but doing some damage, getting the spot, getting the info. The frags will go the way of the T's though. Cadian open things up nicely. Cajun needs some more pops. There's one. Hiko's weak as well, but he is the one to be popped. I don't know what he was being popped like, but he's popped.
Balloon, obviously.
Pop like a balloon. Okay.
Pop balloons, man. What else do you pop? Popcorn.
Can.
Blisters.
Popped like corn. The triple, almost quadruple peak from Rogue. And it's 8-8.
That jump entry peak from Cadian and Long B was so annoying. That's super strong. I mean, it just offsets your aim completely.
Ziggy Z.
Ziggy Z.
Zagaza.
So
No one remembers that.
Yeah, I remember
Well,
that.
Spice Girls.
No?
No, this is reggae.
Yeah.
But
Zaga, zaga,
there's
zaga,
also, yeah, like there's also Spice Girls.
tells us a lot about you, Dan. When you think reggae, you think Spice Girls. Everything's fine.
James, you should be able to predict Dawn's behavior based on his hair. I thought you established this before. You said you couldn't expect such nasty things from him, but
Well, he's like money launders now, isn't he?
yeah, he is. Yeah,
Money launders.
Money launderers.
he's got the merch on. He's out there trying to peddle his wares.
He's got his jacket on.
I've been wearing your merch on stream.
Nice.
Yeah, that free advertising. Let's go. So, the Deagles get curious. Deagles must have blood. They must have heads. But perhaps Config is the one to get headshot here. He's being surrounded. Come out with your hands up. You are surrounded. That's a pretty easy way onto the A-bomb side. Not like that from Rogue, you know, a lot of information seeking from them. The anti-ecos, anti-force spies are so much about information, finding information, and doing it in a safe way and with your team, if possible. And they lose nobody, which is very nice indeed.
Uh-oh. Oh! Crosshair on the dome.
Pap, pap,
Knock, knock.
Ding dong.
bish, bash. Wham,
You
bam.
need some aspirin. It appears you have a headache. What is it? Was it Bloodsport or something where there's that phrase where the guy says, wipe yourself off, you're bleeding?
That sounds like Bloodsport. Was Bloodsport where they were fighting in New York?
I
Or
don't remember locations. All I remember is Van Damme.
Yeah,
Van
they-
Damme. Well then, Optic Gaming. It is the town of Ecos for you. And off we go.
One smoke to rule them all.
Shazam saving for the sniper rifle.
It's kind of hard to make one smoke effective. Oh, maybe that's specifically what it's for. Oh, wow.
That is hilarious.
Yikes.
The smoke actually got Stanislaw killed. That is so hilarious. That is so funny. I can't believe that just happened. I guess I can. GMD will make its way in for the entries, as will Hiko and Vice. GMD will get all the kills though. And it looks like these anti-Eco rounds have gone very... They've been swimming. No, hang on. They've gone swimmingly. That's what I wanted.
Gone Phelpsingly.
They've Phelpsingly. There you go. That is nice. I can't even tread water. I can't even tread
You
water.
can't swim?
I can swim, just very badly.
Well,
Infantile
when you
swimming.
said that you can't even tread water, that implied that you can't swim at all.
Dan swims like an infant.
For me, it's like a high intensity interval. It's like high intensity interval training for me because it's like sprinting. After one lap,
You get tired or you can't swim? I don't
I'm
understand.
just so inefficient. And Optic,
Wow.
good hold in the connected position. They're doing a huge amount of damage. I mean, this has been the theme of this match. In the first 30 seconds, like half of the people on the server will die. And then you enter these situations where there's so much space across the map, and Overpass is crazy for that. Oh no.
Oh wow.
Oh no.
Oh!
No.
Oh wow. Yeah, it's been like drawn out mid rounds. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was like 3v3 right away and drawn out. That's true.
It's very rare to see games like this.
Wow.
Shazam is good for this though. You gotta believe in the Shazam. He's magical.
He doesn't have a kit or nades, so I don't know if there's one nearby, but it's a consideration.
He's got the rifle out now. It's a stock M4. No skins. Vanilla.
He's got to push.
Yeah.
He must push. These seconds are precious. Every second is worth 1 to 2 seconds right now.
Go save the gun. Why? Tap it again. That was really weird.
Push short B.
That was really weird.
You have to push short B.
You have to push or you have to leave.
Yeah. That's my opinion.
Or you can not make a decision and die. I suppose.
I guess you picked that door. I mean, he got a kill at least.
True that, but how far will that go? An AWP in this round would have been rather nice. He's got a PT50 and an HE now.
Granate. Not bad, not bad. Taking chunks from GMD. Optic Gaming on another rough buy. They will exchange weapons based on the damage. GMD is now the expendable person. And the other 4 will have the AKs. A minute and 25 seconds for the CTs to try and make a play. And there's a play coming towards short B, but so is a flashbang. KGB is blind. KGB is dead.
It's going to be interesting to see whether or not Optic can do any damage here. It will definitely be helpful. Keep Rogue honest on the economy. Rogue setting up for the B play now, though, it would appear. And they've got a pretty decent control of the situation. They've got KD watching the flank in one direction, and he going in another direction. So they're just holding, they're just cutting noise, holding. Seems like they may do a very late B push here. The thing is that Optic have just stacked this site, so it doesn't really matter too much. We'll see whether they can do damage. 3 more Molotovs and a bunch of smokes and flashes to go here for Rogue. They are really waiting till the last second.
The train is so loud.
It's loud.
The question is, at this point, how much value is there in waiting any longer? And that's good that they'll finally start going. But maybe you have to be careful when you're against pistols, not to leave yourself too low on time, but they should be okay here.
KD making very sure it does not fall to the same trap, but it will fall to the trap of the pistols of these players. 12 seconds to plant the bomb. The other players need to face. It will be a win by elimination after all. I mean, it was always going to be a difficult round for Optic Gaming.
I feel like in spots like this where I feel like it never makes that much sense in spot like when you have a spot like that where a team is waiting for so very long when you have no presence or pressure anywhere else on the map. Because in that situation, if the other team is in a desperate spot, they're going to be looking for information and they're going to have it on the site. And it gets to a point where you've waited too long, and waiting longer doesn't do anything. Like, it doesn't do anything.
I totally agree. Like I totally agree. Like if you need like a time insurance when you come to the site. Especially if you're not going to use the time for anything else. Like, use the time to enter earlier so that you can actually, like, if it comes down to a 2v2 and you can't plant right away, then you don't have to do some stupid push. You can, like, hold on for a second. But if you have 15 seconds, you got to plant right away, you're going to make bad decisions.
Yeah.
Or, like, not good decisions.
It's, I think, Sean, we talked about this as well. He put it in a pretty good way. I forget exactly how, maybe I'll remember in a moment, but yeah, it's definitely something to look at for Rogue. Ooh, the head cut clean off. The guillotine. KD in the guillotine.
He's good at that. Can his team match his prowess today on Overpass? Minutes and 20.
So there was this thing like when Faflaren got a lot of kills, that meant NIP were not doing well because he was always in a position to, never in a position to frag. So if it did come down to him and he got kills, number one, he was playing well, that was good. But like here's Stanislaw, right? He got all of his kills because his team was getting melted and he was getting down to like the 1vx's or whatever and having a frag. But he shouldn't technically have the frag. He shouldn't have the frags. He shouldn't have the highest amount of frags.
Yeah.
It's not random on this team, you know?
He was also like 13 and 3 at one point, 13 and 2, something like that as well. Now he's 20 and 14, so, and we're still seeing him have the most impact in some of these rounds.
Yeah.
It's, but also there were loads of spots where Optic sort of were happy to just take 1v1s in bad spots, like really bad spots.
I think a lot of these duels, like Cadian and Config, have like gone head to head, where Config's like always tagged him, and then Cadian's always have an op and hit him a nice shot too.
Yeah, Cadian's been hitting well.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a strange one. Rogue though will go to 13 rounds, so they are close on what I would call an upset. I would say. I mean, a minimal one, not a huge one. I think between these two teams, there's going to be a lot of variance. But generally speaking, the amount of talent on Optic Gaming, as well as the leadership too, which is proven, is you would expect them on a map like this to have the edge. That's for certain. So, not to do Rogue a disservice, as they are indeed very close to a dominant scoreline. I mean, if they win these next 3 rounds, that's 16-18. Very, very nice.
This is also the map I think Config got the like 46 kills or whatever versus Renegades. Broke the record like a couple weeks ago.
That is that's a hard map to do that on.
Yeah.
Compared to like the Mirage and Cash, I think Mirage is mostly just Mirage.
He got like 3 or 4 aces.
That's insane.
Just a few aces.
Versus the Renegades, like a legit
nuts.
team. Yeah.
That's insane.
Optic are on the struggle bus. Single fell. Shazam and Stanislaw left. The annihilation is real. Close with a pistol is Stanislaw with a CZ. Maybe he gets a kill. Ooh. Oh, I saw it!
If that was a deagle, I think he would have gone a collateral. Blast doesn't matter.
They're in trouble.
None of it matters.
They're on a trouble bus.
They're on the...
Is that close to the struggle bus?
It's on the edge of a cliff. It's a struggle bus on the edge of a cliff. On the edge of a cliff. So now it's a trouble bus.
Sound to back up. Put it in reverse.
Second AWP for Optic, Stanislaw, and Shazam.
Coleslaw.
Stanislaw to the B bomb site. Let's see, Rogue moving slowly around the party area. Optic with forward positions towards A and starting to move back. So it seems Rogue will take the long approach with 4 players. I do wonder what the CT reaction would be if they were able to see this, but Shazam, it seems, will be the initial engager, although Conflict's starting to move deeper into the toilets and Kiko's not far away.
Snap. Is it there? Is it required? Oh! Just gonna scope and scope and scope and get wrecked. Fair enough. GMD will make his way forwards now as the Rogue start to encroach upon the bomb site. Rotation not happening at all, actually. Just a shuffle between Cajun and Config. But the bomb site is under heavy assault. Config missing his shot. Oh dear, it's not going too well here for the Optic side. Rogue have a good take at the bomb site. A forward-facing plant.
Surely that's save time. Surely. Yes, it is. I wonder if Shazam's scope on long was timing based, because otherwise...
I think you like the scoping.
Yeah.
I think he went to double scope and it's like, oh god, I actually need a single scope here. I think that's what happens. Maybe.
Or maybe when the first jump came for the boost, perhaps he thought he saw something, and then checked and saw nothing because it hadn't stood up yet. So that was unlucky timing for him. The dominoes continued to fall. Rogue on match point now.
Definitely Cadian. I mean, if we look at the stats, probably in this half, he's gotten an opening kill almost every single round.
Yeah, Kenyan's been owning it.
He reasonably often has heavy output for Rogue. I've seen his stats on a number of their matches, and he's up there all the time. He delivers, seems to be consistent. 15-8. Surely this goes the way of Rogue. Many rounds for Optic to win. They did save 3 weapons. They could drop around them. They've got a reasonable buy, but can they get a W?
Potentially fast play here from Rogue into the sewers area. Are they going to keep the pace on rolling? Or are they going to slow things down? Slow things down is good. GMD going to go in. It's a good call. That was a timely incendiary, actually. That's pretty smart. Makes GMD's engagement very, very difficult indeed. And we'll see now whether or not there can be a recovery in this round for Rogue in the 4v5.
Minute 10 on the clock. Trying to bait a shot from Shazam. Nothing doing just yet. And now Cadian takes position. Shazam forced away. He'll try to flash his opponent off the angle, but Cadian is there. 5 on 4 Optic. They have a lead now, but can they win a round? They've been thirsty for the rounds. Cadian.
No. Oh, he so does. He died.
He died. But maybe him lining up the smoke keeps 3 players towards the A site.
Might be happening here. Cajun B with a double. Leaving Sick in a 1v3 clutch. I don't think we've seen Sick in many of these situations so far, but he's definitely more than capable. Smoke there to... Never mind. Nice job by Stain.
Stain the man. Lots of money for Rogue. No matter for them. But see there, I mean, Cadian dies. Config wins that duel. Finally has the advantage in the duel. Gets the kill. It's been a big sticking point for Optic, being able to kill Cadian.
It is, it's a thorn. It's a thorn in the bum.
They yank it out.
2 snipers remain for Optic. Config moving through the toilet, so you'll hear the fast plays around the party area. Can alert his teammates, but there are still 3 towards B. Shazam, ooh, spots one, swats another one. Not sure if you saw the 3rd person moving into connector. Cajun B with an off angle, holding a line. Ooh. Goodbye, Stanislaw. They find Cajun as well. Is this the end for Optic?
Could very well be. Oh, Gage! Good effort there for Optic, and Config in from the back, looking to do damage here, but he'll be shut down eventually by Hiko, as Cadian will make his way in as well. Shazam, the last man, the last hope, the last stand with the AWP. Flash over the top to close the distance perhaps, or maybe not. Another one. Gonna have to go with that, and he'll walk into his demise, finished off by Cadian. Great half from Cadian, as you guys mentioned. Only a single CT side round found by the Optic side. A very underwhelming performance from Optic, but a good one from Rogue in this instance. And you gotta start to think about the inconsistency for Optic, I suppose, in some of these spots.
Yeah, the first half was a lot nicer, Bobby. I mean, the 5-0 start, and then some of these close rounds from Stan. I mean, just a good performance from him overall. But in the second half, it was really just about Cadian getting the opening kill key off, winning all his duels. And I think, honestly, that was the most important part. There was even spots where players on Optic were fragging, multi-fragging, but at the end of the day, Rogue were getting too many untraded kills.
Yeah, that was a really, really rough second half for Optic, but it's time to review it later. I have to put it behind them as they move towards Train, the last map of the evening, the last map between these 2 teams. Rogue get a W on the board, and a great performance from Cadian has to be said. Didn't just deliver multiple impact frags, multiple AWP kills, but he shot people in the face, man, and that is savage.
Stand with the $100.
Yeah, it's you probably won't see that too often, but in this game he's having a bit of a ball. He always seemed to be left in the clutch situations, and he played a lot of them quite intelligently. I wouldn't say that in some of these spots he would have outskilled his opponents, but he definitely had a he's got a good head on his shoulders, doesn't he?
He does indeed. So again, that is Overpass out of the way, and some time for both teams to take a breather, as well as us, until we come back for Train. That is after the break. We will see you back here soon.